Broadway writer, actor, and music director Seth Rudetsky. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. We're so excited for this concert. First off, what is this show about? What can the audience expect?
Excellent question. So I am the Sirius XM on Broadway radio host. So I think a lot of Texans and Big T know my name. Anyway, I'm in their car. So this is all of Jessie Mueller's amazing songs from Broadway, from Waitress, from Beautiful, from Carousel, from Guys and Dolls. But instead of scripted patter in between, like, hello, Dallas, I'm so happy to be here, I interview Jessie between each song. So it's totally spontaneous. And every concert I do with her is different. And a lot of times someone in the audience will yell out, sing something from Annie. And we'll just do it spontaneously.
I am obsessed with just how off the cuff this is. So you've actually known Jessie for a while. She won a Tony for portraying Carole King and made audiences weep in Waitress. What was it about her that made it so easy for audiences to connect with?
Jessie Mueller is fascinating because she has such an incredible voice and can kind of sound like anything. And her joke, but it's true, when she was younger, her mother would always say, what does Jessie sound like? Because she could be Carole King pop. She could be Sarah Bareilles current pop. She could be high soprano and Carousel. Her voice can do anything. But then on top of that, she's so emotionally vulnerable. She's the perfect combination of I can sing anything and I'm an incredible actress. Whereas I'm a good piano player and I'm kind of funny.
We love the range. We love the range between both of you. I love it. So we heard that you and Jessie have actually been wanting to come specifically to Dallas for a while. Why North Texas?
My husband, James, is from Dallas. He was born in Dallas, raised in Houston, moved back to Dallas, did a million Broadway shows. And he's always telling me there's so much theater in Dallas. And they have the Schmidt and Jones Awards. And actually, I played the Fantastics off Broadway. I love that show. So I'm going to be here for the Schmidt and Jones Awards on Monday. And finally, I hooked up with the Lyric Stage. And I'm going to start doing a whole Broadway series there because Texans love Broadway. I had no idea, but holy cow, they love Broadway.
Oh, we absolutely love it. And as I mentioned earlier, we've been talking about Jessie. We saw her. Your career on Broadway is incredible as well. And with nearly 2 decades in some of the best shows on Broadway, what has it been like to work among the best in theater?
It's a great question. My first show was Les Mis, then I did Phantom of the Opera. The point is, it was a dream come true. I grew up listening to Broadway show albums before CDs. That's how old I am. And to listen to the album and hear the piano solos and then get to play them, I got to play What I Did for Love in a chorus line. It was a dream. It's basically a dream come true. I've always wanted to be on the inside of Broadway ever since I was a little kid, and I got to do it. So the answer is it's a dream come true, and I'm living it. I'm very lucky.
Yes, you are, especially since you worked on Les Mis as your first show. What was your role in that?
My role in that was the second keyboard part. And the joke I always say is that the first keyboard part was literally, and I was just this.
Stop. So
for 3 hours and 15 minutes.
You were essentially the alto of the melody.
Exactly.
Just theater jokes.
And ragtime, I got those great piano solos. I was always in the orchestra, and then I began acting on Broadway as well. I try to kind of keep my hands in everywhere.
Oh, I love it. And let's talk about your work during the pandemic, too, because we hear that there was quite a bit going on. You raised a bit of money for a very important cause that a lot of people at home might be familiar with.
First of all, bravo on doing your research. You're totally right. My husband, James, from Texas, when Broadway shut down, we knew there was going to be all these people that needed money. So around 3 days after Broadway shut down, we started something called Stars in the House, which we're still doing, starsinthehouse.com, to raise money for the Entertainment Community Fund, which gives funding to anybody in the arts, actors, singer, dancers. As a matter of fact, we were in Texas and we met 2 wedding singers and they said, my gigs are canceled next week because of COVID. A wedding singer can go. So we would do these live reunions of Broadway shows like Ragtime and Chorus Line Cats, TV shows like ER with George Clooney. They're all still available online. And so far, we've raised over $1 million for the Entertainment Community Fund to help all these artists who are going to take at least 5 years to recover from not working.
I love that. And had you ever, done any type of tour before this?
I've never done an official tour. Listen, that dog, I want to adopt that dog, Bonnie.
Yeah.
My dog. We have 4 dogs. So the idea of leaving town for more than a day, I can't stand it. So I'll do a day in Dallas. I'll do a day in Provincetown, a day, and then I got to come right back to my dog. So I don't like touring. I like a day.
Wait, did you just say you're going to Provincetown too?
Yes, I spent almost the whole summer there. I'm going to be there with Jessie Mueller and Audrey McDonald. Are you going to come visit me?
That sounds like a dream to me. That sounds like a dream. Thank you so much, Seth. I really appreciate it. I love your energy. And of course, super exciting. That concert with Seth and Jessie Mueller is next Tuesday, May 23rd at the Majestic. Tickets are available online. And if you can't wait until then for more of Seth, he just released a book. It's called Musical Theater for Dummies, and it's available where books are sold.